And for the past few days, I've been buffing Mortals because apparently somebody in the comments said he's not a top one, and I agreed. Some parts are not top one like. So for the beginning, I didn't really buff that much. Just added a few more spikes, and here I just added 2 more spikes on the middle trident, whatever. And this part, I buffed this a lot. I added more pillars and more spikes, and this 4-block spam right here. I made these portals invisible. I made them invisible. And then I added a little bit more pillars to this one to make it harder. Even more pillars, because why not, I guess. And then I changed this part a lot. I basically did like a Sakupan circle spam. So yeah. And then the same one over here. I didn't change that part. Didn't change this part either. I just made the level look better overall. I changed this part a little bit. I changed this part. I added even more pillars. And I finally learned how to like rotate slopes and stuff. And like, yeah. And then I buffed this part. I did buff this part by adding more pillars. So you actually had to spam. And I just kept adding pillars. And then even more tight Sakupa circle spam right here. And I did this staircase looking. And I did this monster you have to pass through with the mini wave. There's invisible block you gotta go through. More spam. I had some frame perfects right there. Added some spikes so I made it more harder. Then this, gotta pass through these 3 blocks right here. Gotta do these multiple frame perfects. Yeah. I added more frame perfects right there. I added these pillars to make it even harder. I didn't really change the sorrow part. It was pretty good. Emotion still good. The one part I did do was this. I added the slope so it made it look 10 times better. And I buffed it a little bit more. I had to pass those invisible blocks again. Add a slope right here. Then you got these monsters. And I made this memory part. I'm not telling y'all which orb it is. I made the orbs invisible, but I know what orb it is. You have to click a specific red orb in order to get to this block. Or in order to get this block right here. Yeah, this part's gonna be absolutely annoying and probably a frame perfect. More frame perfect right here. Little spam section, more frame perfects. You gotta pass through this part. 2 invisible blocks you can pass through. And then you're on to the last duel. Even more spam. Then once you reach a single portal, you just go through. You gotta pass through these 2 blocks with the GGs. And yeah, that's some changes I made to Mortals to make it a top one. If it's still a top one, I'll buff it even more. And well, yeah, I guess I'll see y'all later. Peace out.